Thank you, Diane. First and most importantly today, I'd like to say thank you. Food Shippers of America and the John J. Murphy Scholarship Fund have had such a meaningful impact on not only mine, but my entire family's life. If you attended the conference last year, no, you're not having flashbacks. That was just my sister in my exact same position. I followed in her footsteps for most of my life, but in no other moment has that ever felt more rewarding than it does right now. I cannot even begin to describe the gratitude I feel towards this organization that has repeatedly made it possible for us to pursue our educational and professional dreams. I'd also like to take a quick moment to thank the Army that has made up my support system over the past several years. The faculty and staff at UD, my classmates, coworkers, roommates, and friends. And most importantly, thank you to Ava, Bernie, and my entire family for quite literally being the reasons I'm standing here with you all today. Now for a quick background on myself. I'm a junior at the University of Dayton, studying operations management and minoring in social work, a combination that usually seems to puzzle most people. I have known from a young age that my passion was helping others, especially those in the most critical of conditions. I was determined to be a doctor until a few failed job shadows made it fairly clear that I was not cut out for that particular line of work. Feeling entirely lost and confused, my mom sent me an article entitled, "Jobs in the Medical Field That Don't Require Interaction with Blood." I read the description for hospital administrators and felt an instant connection. Since that moment almost 4 years ago, I have been working tirelessly towards that goal, never imagining another path my life could take. While healthcare was my ultimate end, I still remained unsure of the means to reach it. Arriving at UD, I was still undecided within the business school. Initially, I rolled out accounting and operations, my parents' professions. I had heard enough horror stories of tax seasons and missed pickups to make me thoroughly terrified of those careers. Throughout my first semester, however, I began to turn away from every other business major UD had to offer. Operations became my default major simply because it didn't make my lip curl up in disgust as all of the others did. I continued throughout the next 2 years coasting in this major. When people asked if I liked it, I would shrug and say it wasn't bad. I wasn't miserable, but I wasn't exactly getting fired up about Six Sigma and the calculation of safety stock. In the fall of my junior year, I accepted a co-op position with Emerson Commercial and Residential Solutions for both this current and next semester. I was still on the fence about operations, unsure if I could actually picture myself in that role for the long term. I hesitantly began the term with the thought in my mind that I could always change my major afterwards and pursue a much more exciting career in something like, say, finance. The semester started off slowly, as most jobs do, but a few weeks in, my manager told me I would begin load planning. For reasons I still can't entirely explain, I was thrilled. I began counting the minutes until it was time to pull out orders for the day, and excitedly started reaching out to carriers and tendering loads. The last 4 hours of my day have never gone so quickly. I was genuinely disappointed when my task was complete. Coming home, I couldn't wait to share in the excitement of the day with all of my roommates. Instead, I was greeted with 5 blank stares. It was in that moment that I realized I was in the right field. To my shock, I learned that not everyone finds joy in dwell times, load plans, and commitment counts. There is something truly unique about my draw to this industry. Since that moment, I have not looked back. My choice in major and career focus remained rock solid. While healthcare will always occupy the forefront of my passions, I now have the affirmation that operations, logistics, and supply chain will allow me to successfully reach that goal and thrive in that environment. I look forward to applying those fields to an industry that has captured my attention from a young age. As I plan for the future, grad school and fellowships, and all that will follow, I'm again struck by an overwhelming gratitude for this organization. My passions will not take me down an ordinary path, but this scholarship will ensure that I can continue following that path, unswayed by anything and motivated by the desire to share the generosity I'm consistently shown in my own life. Thank you for being a part of this motivation.